Manuel, how's everyone come back from international duty?
Good afternoon. Well, no, without problem. All the players that play with our national squad, they came back with no problem.
How has the break affected preparations for this game?
Well, also always when we have international break, we just stay here with 5 players, so it's not easy to prepare the week. But this time they came back on Tuesday, on Wednesday, so playing on Sunday we can prepare today and yesterday the game against Tottenham.
What do you think this international break has done for Joe Hart?
So I think it's very important for him to play with England. It's an important game for him. Always play against Germany, it's a good test.
What did you think of his performance?
What I think about his performance?
About his performance?
I think he did very well.
How close then is he to earning a recall here?
It's nothing. One thing you're asking me about the national team. I think it's Manchester City.
No, but how close is he to earning a recall to your starting lineup?
We don't know. We'll see tomorrow the starting 11. And I think it was useful for him the game he played.
So I was just wondering as well. Yesterday you said that he needs a rest. In what way does he need a rest, do you feel, at the moment, Joe? You said that Joe Hart needed a rest when you were interviewed yesterday. In what way does he need a rest?
In what way? That he played the last 2.5 years all the games of the Premier League, or maybe all of the players are human and then they can have a bad moment.
Is it a physical thing then, or is it more in the head?
That's enough question, because I can't tell you anymore what I'm telling you.
But both Aguero and Yaya Toure have said this week that they have no intention of leaving the club. How frustrating is it to see players like that linked with moves away?
I think both of them are very happy here. One thing is the news that comes from outside that they want Aguero, they want Yaya Toure, and the other thing that the player wants to go. I think that both of them are very happy here and they will stay with us.
When we look at the game, how big a threat do you see as Spurs in the title race?
It's a very difficult game for us. We are going to play against a very good team. They have a good position also in the table and they have very good players.
How do you assess the title race at the moment?
Pardon?
How do you assess the title race, given your position, obviously Spurs' position in the title race?
I think that we are 7 teams, 7 clubs very near in the table, so all of us have the same options to fight for the title.
How big a game do you see this? We talk about Spurs perhaps being title contenders as well. How big a game then is this in the big scheme of things, given where Arsenal are in the league as well?
No, I don't understand. It's an important game. Also, all the Premier League are the important game because all are 3 points. But of course, that we're playing against one of the teams that is top of the table is also more important.
And how's Vincent Kompany coming along?
Vincent, he's still working in recovering his last injury. Maybe the next week he will work with the whole team.
And are you looking at maybe bringing in extra cover at centre half in January, or?
No, we are not looking about it in January. We are just thinking about November.
Manuel, Tottenham at the start of this season, some people have called them negative because they've not scored many goals, but they've not conceded many goals either. How do you assess Tottenham at the start of this season?
For whom? Pardon?
Tottenham. Some people have said that they're negative.
But the points are the points. They have 20 points. The whole season they have been in the first place of the table. I think that they have very good players. Sometimes can happen that you don't score too much goals, but I think they're a very strong team and they deserve in the place they are.
Soldado is a player that you will know well from facing him in Spain. What sort of a threat do you think he'll be for City this weekend?
Well, I think he's a very good player. He's a dangerous striker. He's always in the right moment inside the box, so we must be very careful about him.
You said that there's no new injury concerns from the international break, but of the players who were injured before, Silva, Nastasic, Jovetic, Fernandinho, how are those players?
Nastasic, he played with his national squad and under 21. He didn't have any problem. He works normally with us. Also, Fernandinho works the whole week with us without problem. They are still injured, the company, Silva and Jovetic.
Your home form this season has been perfect. What do you see in your side as the reason why that home form is so good when the away form is not as good?
It's a difficult answer. I know why our home games are so we really play very well. But I insist that playing away we are not doing so bad. But the reality is that we have just 4 points from 18. So we are thinking about what happened, and we need to improve. But I think also it's important to have a style of playing, and that's maybe if we go to play away a match, trying just to defend and trying to have a result, maybe we could do it better. But I think that in the way we are doing, at least, and I hope soon, we are going to win also away.
So you don't see a difference really in the way the side's performing at home and away?
No, not so much different as the result says.
Have you ever known a situation like this then, when it's been so different for you with your clubs, maybe your home form and away form, or is this a new situation for you?
No, it's not a new situation. I think it's not normal also to be so big difference. But I think all the teams play better at home than away. If you have the statistics of all the clubs, you will see that they always have more points at home than away. But I think that the difference for me is too big in this moment the way we are playing. But we will see how we can improve it. How we can improve it.
And are you confident you can make those changes so that away form will improve?
We hope we can do it. We'll see what happens. Now we have to play the next 3 homes at home, and it's not easy also to win here at home. So we must play very well against Tottenham, and after we have another game of Champions League that we are still fighting for being the first of the group, and we finally play here against Swansea. So after this week we are going to think about what happened away.
And it will be the busy schedule up to Christmas and including Christmas. What kind of targets do you set yourself for the new year?
Well, we have a lot of games now in December, 9 games of Premier League. We are going to play in 35 days, 9 games, when we play in 2 months and a half, 11 games. So I think that these 27 points are very important for us to be near, at least from the top of the table. We have also to continue in Capital One Cup that we have to play against Leicester. So the target is that to try to be near from the top of the table to continue in Capital One. And we will see in Champions that our target we achieved it already, but we'll see what happens with Bayern in Moscow, and we must win here against Spurs.
And finally, have you seen a difference in Joe Hart since coming back from international duty? Does he have what we'd say a spring in his step, a smile on his face?
Joe didn't have any change when he was playing, and he was on the bench. I think that his attitude was really, as a professional, very good for the team also. He was the same player that when he played and when he didn't play. Always supporting Pantilimon, always talking before the match in the dressing room, so his attitude is very well.